Hello everyone and welcome to the first official video here on the Critical Threat Team channel. For those of you who don't already recognize my redneck accent, my name is Noah, known in-game as NoahSKP, and I am the owner and leader of the team. Since this is a new team and it's our first upload, I want to talk a little bit about the team, my goals and my vision for the team, and all of that. So I'll get into that later on in the video. But first, the gameplay you're watching, to the best of my knowledge, is currently the highest gun streak to be obtained while using the brand new DAEMON 3XB submachine gun, at least in core. I'm sure someone playing hardcore will beat this easily at some point or might have already done that, but for core I am pretty sure this is currently the record. But I end up going on an insane 50 gun streak with this new DLC weapon. This weapon is an absolute beast. I'll talk about the class and everything in a moment. In all fairness, I could have had a much higher streak and over 100 kills if we didn't have a random triple capping for the entirety of the match, but hey, I'll take what I can get. I'm going to briefly talk about the class setup before I move on to the actual topic of this video. So for the DAEMON, I've been running both fast mag and hybrid mag together for the crazy fast reload speed when you use both simultaneously. In addition to rapid fire, I feel those are the best attachments to use. Double high cal doesn't seem to make a very large difference in my opinion, so I decided not to use those. For the rest of my class, I just have Scavenger, Gung Ho, and Dead Silence, pretty standard perk selection, and then I have an acoustic sensor as my gear. You could easily swap that for a ComSec or Stim Shot if you rather. This weapon is unlocked at tier 50 of the supply stream, so I highly recommend you grind out to tier 50 at least. I can't say anything about the SWAT because I don't have it yet, but I can say this DAEMON is probably the best SMG in the game. At least in my personal opinion, I thoroughly enjoy the weapon. I think it's very competitive with every other weapon in the game, so I do recommend you try to get this as quick as possible before it gets nerfed. I also highly recommend that you guys watch this for the entirety of the video because the gameplay gets really good in the second round. In my opinion, I think it's a lot more fast paced, so just something to keep in mind. With all of that intro stuff out of the way, I'd like to move on to what I had actually intended to discuss in this video, and that's the team. I had originally planned to do a separate video on this, an introducing critical threat video if you will, but then I got this gameplay and wanted to post it as soon as possible, so I decided I would talk about it in the same video, which technically works out since it'll help fill the commentary for the length of the gameplay. So first, let me give you a little bit of backstory of this team. In the beginning, it just started as a group of friends posting decent enough gameplays to a group channel. And it was simply a casual thing that we did. It was never intended to be taken seriously. Unfortunately, a few months in, some issues broke out between the group and the members, so I decided to stop uploading to the channel. About a month ago though, I realized I had a deep-seated desire to continue the team in a more professional, official capacity. And I've been in teams before and led a team way back during BO2, so I've learned a lot from my own as well as other teams' mistakes. And with that being said, I feel like I'm at the point where I can properly run a team that performs well. My goal with Critical Threat is to create something that people in the community can respect and holds good face in the public eye, while still producing content that veteran players can find entertaining and less experienced players can use to learn from and improve. Just to give a bit more insight on what I mean when I say I want the team to hold a good public image, I'm recruiting members in a way that prioritizes likability and morality over other things like super high stats or fancy gamer tags. I've seen teams recruit members solely off those two factors, and in doing so, they create a lot of problems in the long run. I feel it's much more important to know who I'm actually recruiting and ensure that they align with my and my team's values because, in my opinion, there's no point having or being involved in a team where everything and everyone is toxic and negative. That's what I'm trying to avoid. When it all comes down to it, it is just a game and it is just Xbox. It's not that serious. And I don't see why so many people have gotten to the point where they're taking it so seriously to where they're only spreading hate and negativity throughout the community. So that's that. Another thing I'll briefly discuss, because I was asked about this a lot during the initial recruiting process, is team expansion. competitive, Blackout, Fortnite, PS4, etc. At a point, I'd like to have the team expanded in all of those different directions. I would love to have a Fortnite division of the team, but I don't feel that's appropriate at this time. Same with competitive play. The team is still in its early stages and things are still being decided, so I feel it would be best if I focused on and prioritized what I'm most familiar and experienced with, and that's pub stomping and content creation. As the team becomes more grounded and established, I will definitely consider expanding into other areas, other games, and focus more on expanding outwards, but I just can't do that right now because I'd then be trying to handle more than I personally am able to. Also, in terms of Blackout, as well as PS4, I'm already accepting PS4 exclusive players and streamers since I own a PS4 myself and can sort of monitor what happens over there. And for the people asking to join and provide Blackout content, give me some more time to get the core multiplayer portion of the team up and running efficiently. Then I will definitely get back to you guys and we can talk about implementing Blackout. I definitely want to include some Blackout content here on the channel. I think that's all of the main points that I wanted to cover. There's definitely some more things I could talk about and discuss in terms of the team and how I want to run it and everything. But I think that is all of the core points and all of the things that I feel like the community should know and be aware of. With that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. Remember to subscribe with post notifications so you know when we drop a new upload, and we'll see you guys on the next video.